So there's no real need to keep an eye on the war asset terminal. However, if you do like nerd, what brain? What are you talking about? That's a Freudian slip right there. If you're into lore, I think I was gonna say if you're a lore nerd, then you're really going to enjoy going through the terminal as well as going through the journal and going through the codexes. There's so much stuff in there. That's actually how I found out that Anderson had decided that the pressure of being an ambassador was way too much for him. Now then, let's finally proceed with the story. Sorry about making you wait. DLC, fortunately enough, that I'm pretty certain can wait until the very end of the game if you really wanted to, although I don't recommend it. What you pick up from the From Ashes DLC is freaking hilarious, and it's a great addition to the story, so you do kind of want to pick that up fairly early on. I just don't think it's really going to add too much to this first mission. And like I said, I really wanted to press on with the story, get the ball rolling, so to speak. Then we can relax a little bit, have a little downtime, and fight some battles on Eden Prime. Trying not to give spoilers away for those of you who don't even know what the From Ashes DLC is. Am I doing a good enough job? I think so. I haven't said much, but at the same time, perhaps I'm being a little too vague that you're just getting completely and utterly confused. Oh look, it's exactly the same choice we had to make before. Oh, but I do remember. I remember I'm going to switch your appearance. Ha! Usually my memory's terrible when I'm LPing. I say I'm going to do one thing and I do something completely different because I've forgotten that I've promised to do something else. And you are... Ooh, I forgot I leveled up during that last mission. Bonuses! That's also, I guess, another good thing about doing more missions. More missions means more experience means more levels. Although that doesn't help, and that doesn't help. They're still a little too low. Really? This is what I mean by it's really frustrating having to switch between Disc 1 and Disc 2 and Disc 1 and Disc 2. I mean, I have been meaning to install the discs straight onto my Xbox hard drive and seeing if that makes a difference. Seeing whether I can just get away with using one disc most of the time. Although I actually kind of doubt it. Installing the discs onto your Xbox or maybe your PlayStation. I don't know. I think the PlayStation might be on one disc. I wouldn't really know about that. I think installing both discs onto your Xbox is just supposed to cut down on loading time so you don't spend ages staring at, well, whatever the loading screen is. Half of it is cinematics, half of it is kind of just friendly advice, which, let's be honest, a lot of us don't really pay attention to. Either that or we read it and then just don't absorb the advice. Oh, no, please tell me you... Oh, I was really hoping they blew up the Reaper, but I kind of knew that they weren't going to. I mean, don't forget how much power was needed to destroy Sovereign at the end of Mass Effect 1. It was insane! I think we had to have the entire human armada, or at least a sizable chunk. Maybe just one of the fleets, actually. I might be exaggerating a little bit. But there was a huge amount of firepower going into destroying the one Reaper. Now they're fighting a whole bunch of Reapers, and at most it's going to be roughly the same size that was fighting at the Battle of the Citadel.
Holy hell. They're getting decimated.
Strongest military in the galaxy, and the Reapers are obliterating it.
Was it like this on Earth?
Yes.
Shepard. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Commander, the LZ's getting swarmed.
James, open that hatch.
It's time for some target practice. And yes, the more of these enemies that you take out right now... Hold on. Let's just equip that. Yes, boom. All taken care of. This is why I'm rusty at sniping, guys. I'm rusty at sniping because I don't need to snipe. I can just send my power and obliterate the enemy before even really needing to think about it. Oh, yes, before I continue, there is supposed to be some witty banter of some sort between your cohorts and yourself around about now. Actually, at various points in the game, well, no, exaggeration, various points in the level, it's particularly when you're looking at open vistas. I think here is supposed to be a vista if you just hang out here, maybe there. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere here. Guys, say some things. You're embarrassing me on camera. Okay, there are certain viewpoints where you'll look over, you might think, hey, that's pretty, and then your teammates will say something. And I'm pretty sure that happens in a few levels, and this is one of them. Yes, I would definitely appreciate you not shooting my face. I worked hard on this face. It has been reconstructed already, after being shot at by the collectors.
Bestie,
oh, damn it!
Get your men up on that north barricade.
I just remembered there's stuff to pick up on this level.
Sergeant
Specifically
Barnes,
this encampment.
Find a way to get that comm tower operational.
Sir. General?
Commander Shepard. Heard you were coming, but I didn't believe it. General Corinthus.
I've come to get Primarch Fedorian.
Primarch Fedorian is dead. His shuttle was shut down
that
an hour
puts a
ago
dent
as
in
it
the
tried to
plans.
leave the moon.
That's gonna complicate things.
Derpy eyes. I'm sorry, Shepard. You had derpy eyes there for a second.
How bad is it, General?
We just lost about 400 men in half an hour. We set up camps on this moon as an advanced position to flank the enemy. A sound strategy. Just...
Irrelevant.
Exactly. The sheer force of the Reapers seems to make them immune to that sort of tactic. The Primarch and his men found that out the hard way.
I'm sorry. I hear he was a good man.
And a friend. He would have been an outstanding diplomat.
So what happens now?
The Turian hierarchy provides very clear lines of succession.
Right. General Corinthus?
With such heavy casualties, it's hard for me to be certain who the next Primarch is. Palaven Command will know. However, at the moment, contacting them is impossible. The comm tower is out. Husks are swarming that area. We can't get close enough to repair it.
Don't worry, General. I'll get your tower operational.
Thank you, Commander. I'll take care of things on this end.
All right, let's go.
I'm not even carrying that gun. Oh, there we go. Oh, before we go anywhere, let's...
I see the comm tower, to the left of the main barricade in front of Palaven.
That's not as good as my current sniper. Shh, James, they can wait. Don't worry. Don't worry. There is a fair amount that we can pick up around here. Not that way. Actually, which way do we have to go? That way. Perfect. There are just so many exits, and you do have to come back through here a few times, so it does get confusing where I'm supposed to go, especially when I've played this more than once. More than twice? More than 3 times. Potentially more than 4 times. I can't comment on that. Some amounts of times, it was many. Anyway, yes, I was actually talking with somebody in the comments of, I think, Mass Effect 3 Part 1, about the sheer force of the Reapers. We were kind of discussing how their strategy went down the sinkhole after they got cocky and just started using brute force for freaking everything. And it's because conventional tactics don't work on them, as we just heard from Mr. Guy over there, Mr. Turian. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to names. Plus, I suck at names. Never ask me to remember a name. It's not gonna happen. Hell, I kind of forgot Artie Shepard was named Artie Shepard for a little bit. We don't use shotguns, that's fine. So yeah, they've kind of forgotten that, well, their enemy has a Shepard in their pocket, so to speak. A Shepard in the hole. It's an ace... No. An ace in the hole or an ace up the sleeve. I forget the exact phrase. I'm pretty sure it's an ace in the hole. So, a Shepard in the hole, which, I'll be honest, that sounds a little dirty, so we're not ever going to say that again. Oh, hey. Okay, I'm going to switch to pistol. Oh, no. How about someone no? do, of course, I'm just going to be resorting to powers most of the time. Liara, do you mind hitting me up with some of, yes, your warp ammo? Perfect. I could swear I saw a Reaper there. Not a Reaper, a Husk. A Husk. I'm gonna constantly forget what those things are called, especially as more different Husk forms are introduced. Because, yeah, of course, the game would be far too easy with just Husks that we had to fight. Is that it? Can we do some of this? Some of this techie stuff?
We can't repair it from this panel.
Okay. I'm gonna choose Liara, because James would probably just try and headbutt the machine.
Liara, see if you can repair
given how we've seen his
I'll go up and
tactics
have a
on
look.
Mars.
If you can keep husks from climbing up behind me, I'd appreciate it.
I'm Commander Shepard. Of course I'm gonna stop Husks from climbing up there.
Ready, James?
Although, out of curiosity, I am wondering whether they'll climb up. Maybe I should just let them. Actually, no. I would let them if it was James. If it's Liara, I'm gonna keep them off of them, because, you know what, Liara's my bro. She's my bro, so to speak. She's my sis? Kind of? I don't know, this phrase has kind of gotten out of hand. Liara is my bro. Let's leave it at that.
General, do you read? The comm tower is now operational.
Much appreciated, Commander. I'll contact Palavan Command.
Let me know when you've got something. I'll help your men till I hear from you.
Understood.
Shepard out.
Basically, now we just need to hold off against waves and waves of Husks. Which would be easy if I had a better pistol than this one. Hold on. Hang on. There we go. That takes care of a problem. I should... hold on, let's use... That's fine. I was going to try and use Shockwave because that recharges quicker than my flare does. And it should take care of these Husks pretty easily. I only really need to use flare for enemies who are in the distance because
Commander
I'm pretty
Shepard,
sure...
come in.
Yeah, that
Go
doesn't
ahead.
have a long
I have
reach. Flare, on the other hand,
information
does.
from Palavan Command. Please return ASAP.
On our way.
I'm kind of curious how ASAP became ASAP and not ASAP. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure some people pronounce it ASAP. But it's just interesting how it's universally, as far as I know, universally recognized as ASAP. Speaking of universally recognized, it's funny how everybody speaks English, but, you know, that's a sci-fi trope that we all just kind of accept and go, yeah, you know what, let's just leave it as it is.
What have you got?
As your partner said, succession is usually simple. But right now, the hierarchy's in chaos. So many dead or MIA.
I need someone. I don't care who. As long as they can get us the Turian resources we need.
I'm on it, Shepard. We'll find you the Primarch.
Can you tell who it is? That's a pretty obvious voice.
Garrus.
There we go.
The
Broski!
carrier, sir.
It's my
I
bestest
didn't
buddy
see
in
you
the entire
arrive.
galaxy!
At ease, General.
Good to see you again. I thought you'd be on Palavan.
If we lose this moon, we lose Palavan. I'm the closest damn thing we have to an expert on Reaper forces, so I'm advising.
James, this is Garrus Vicarian. He helped me stop the Collectors. He's a hell of a soldier.
Lieutenant, good to see you too, Liara.
Good to see you in one piece, Garrus.
General Corinthus filled me in. We know who we're after.
Palavan Command tells me that the next Primarch is General Adrian Victus.
Victus. His name's crossed my desk.
Know him, Garrus?
I was fighting alongside him this morning. Lifelong military, gets results, popular with his troops. Not so popular with military command. Has a reputation for playing loose with accepted strategy.
What do you mean?
On Tatris, during the uprisings, his squad discovered a Solarian spy ring about the same time the Turian separatists did. Rather than neutralize the ring, he fell back. He even gave up valuable fortifications which the rebels took.
Then the rebels attacked the Solarians, and when both groups had worn each other down, Victus moved back in. Didn't lose a man.
Bold strategy, but wild behavior doesn't get you advanced up the meritocracy.
Primarch Victus. That should be something to see.
Honestly, that doesn't sound like a bad strategy at all. I wouldn't say that's well, I wouldn't call that playing loose. That sounds like somebody we really need.
You think he can get the job done?
We both know conventional strategy won't beat the Reapers. Right now, he could be our best shot. And I trust him.
Okay, let's get him on the shuttle and get out of here.
Commander! Shepard, come in!
Can this wait, Joker? We're in the middle of a war zone.
We've got a situation on the Normandy, Commander. It's like she's possessed. Shutting down systems, powering up weapons. I can't find the source.
I need the Normandy standing by. We may have to bug out.
Should I go back and take a look?
Do it.
But you're an
Garrus,
archaeologist.
you said you were with Victus this morning?
I guess she's also an information
Yeah, but we
broker,
got
so she might
separated.
know something.
He went to bolster a flank that was breaking. Could be anywhere out there.
We're trying to raise him, Commander.
Incoming harvester, headed for the airfield.
Oh, hey, look. There's another Reaper mutation thing. What do I call those? Reaper adaptations?
General, tell Primarch Victus we'll rendezvous here. In the meantime, let's go take care of whatever that thing dropped off. Coming, Garrus?
Are you kidding? I'm right behind you.
Oh, where am I going? This way. Plus, I suppose it's probably a good thing we didn't send,
Atmosphere's a little thinner than I'm used to, is all.
James. It's a good thing we didn't send James back to the ship because, well, that would be really unfair on him. Oh, hey, those guys look like Turians. I wonder where they... I just said that, James.
They do.
Shepard, are you really that slow? They look a lot like Turians in the same way husks look like humans. Keep up, man. We're fighting a war. You don't just shoot everything in sight. You've got to kind of recognize your enemy. You gotta know what's hitting. As well. Actually, that brings me on to a separate fact. How did James already know what a harvester was called? That's the first time we've seen one in this game so far. Incidentally, did you recognize what a harvester looked like? That's right, it looked like the freaking Rachni, which means a queen's got some answering to do. You remember that queen from the first game that we rescued? I could probably be using my sniper right now. That would be slightly more effective,
I
wouldn't
think
it?
we're done here.
Also, even though Liara has gone, I still have my warp ammo. That's a useful thing to know. Perfect. I guess there's a tip for you. Make sure you have your, or your compadre's warp ammo activated before she
Still
leaves.
trying to raise the Primarch, but we've got trouble back here at the main barricade. If the Reapers breach it, we're done.
I think we're
On
going to
my
that
way.
turret. Yes, we are going to that turret. Although I hate using turrets, I wish I could just... Can I not use it? Fine.